Just unbelievable, unheard of timing. The Dolphins dropping a blockbuster trade the day after I dropped my Dolphins Deep Dive. Got people pinging me all over the place saying, what does this do to the deep dives? So this is going to be a reaction to a massive trade. The Dolphins sending Jalen Ramsey to the Pittsburgh Steelers along with Jonnu Smith. In return, Minkah Fitzpatrick making his return to the Miami Dolphins. Just a huge trade, a lot to react to here. Now, this is just going to be focused on the Dolphins side of things. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers deep dive still to come. We'll talk about this trade and what Jalen Ramsey means for the Steelers when we get to that deep dive. But let's talk about the Dolphins here. Let's start with the defense. So let's just get the rankings out of the way, and then I'll talk about, the player, Minkah Fitzpatrick, what he's going to mean on this defense. But as far as the deep dive rankings go, this is a boost to how I rated the Dolphins defense because, as we discussed, I was viewing them as not having Jalen Ramsey and then not getting anything for this year's team in return. I figured it would be like a third or a fourth round pick in return for him. They actually get some defensive help back for him. So that's going to help their secondary grade big time. Now, they still stay 32nd in defensive back coverage grade because they have no outside corners. That's unheard of in today's landscape of the NFL. So they are still 32nd, but a massive jump going from a D grade, basically a useless secondary, to a C- grade. So that helps them go from 29th in pass defense to 26th in pass defense, and their overall defensive rank goes from 30th to 28th. So definitely climbing up a little bit. And I love how Minkah Fitzpatrick drops into this defense. It's going to be a different version of Minkah Fitzpatrick than I think Dolphins fans remember. Back in the day, he played a lot of slot corner for the Dolphins. I would expect he's going to come in and plug in as that safety for this defense. And he can really do it all. He can rotate single high. He can play quarters. We discussed this Mike McDonald-inspired defense here under Anthony Weaver. They want these safeties to be able to wear all of the different hats to be able to run any sort of coverage, and Minkah Fitzpatrick absolutely can do that. So it is a great addition to that safety group, no doubt. As we mentioned, this secondary now goes from worthless to at least like it's in the realm of competency. Even if they rank 32nd, it is still a big jump up. And I like also what this does to those other two safeties, Ashton Davis and Ifeatu Melifonwu. Like I said in the deep dive, I would like these two additions if it meant they were competing for one safety spot to just kind of let the best man win, because I think they are two interesting dart throws to make. When they were both just dropped into a starting role, that was scary. But the fact that now the best man will emerge from that competition, I think you feel a lot better about the safety room, like substantially better about the safety room. Just kind of lifts all... it lifts your safety one spot, and I think it will lift your safety two spot because you'll get the best man out of that competition. Now, another domino might still fall. This team might turn around and still go get Asante Samuel Jr. Probably not going to make another reactions video if that happens. And I'm not going to, do the whole, if they go get Asante Samuel, this is what it's going to be. But you can keep an eye out when I put that final power rankings graphic up in my deep dives. I'll leave a little note for you guys if the Dolphins go up or down based on that. But at the same time, they did give away Jonnu Smith in this trade. And I had discussed this in the deep dive as well, where I actually originally had the Dolphins a cut below with the weapons grade. Then I watched some tape and felt really good about what Jonnu Smith was bringing to the table for this offense as kind of an insurance option in case Tyreek Hill doesn't bounce back this year, and just as another piece to go to in more of the short to intermediate game, whereas Waddle and Hill do so much of their damage intermediate to deep. Not having Jonnu Smith in this equation now does bring me back to having some more questions about this group of weapons. They're still a good group, but they go from an A- grade, which ranked 7th to 8th, now down to a B+ grade, 11th to 13th. So the overall offensive rankings actually drop a little bit as they go from 17th to 18th in passing game, and then 20th to 22nd in overall offense. And ironically, just plugging in the math here with my formula that I use for my deep dive series, the overall team ranking stays exactly the same for this team with this trade. Dropping down in offense, going up in defense, the overall team grade stays the same. But not that I dislike the trade for the Dolphins. Getting Minka back is fun if you're a Dolphins fan, and I do think like not having that horrific safety group, you probably feel a little bit better. But yeah, less pieces to go to with the offense for sure, and puts more pressure on Tyreek, and I would say especially Tyreek to get back to his full force so that this offense can stay humming. But yeah, there's your reactions. We can all take a deep breath. Of course, this happens the day after the Dolphins deep dive. Just freaking crazy. But that's all we got. We'll have another deep dive coming your way within a couple days here. So thank you guys. We'll see you later.